Minecraft guide, aka some random splash, Agender132, aka Bbuck822, and then continuing to talk about the beginning of your game. So, I'm just going to load the world. Okay. So, last episode we talked about leather and ores. So, today I'm going to move off of those topics and talk more about the usefulness of these. And also, last episode, if I'm correct, I said I would talk about, I can't remember, but it'll probably come to me. Anyways, so armor can be useful because it's always something that can protect you from mobs and other attacking creatures. So it's always good to have at least the lowest type of armor, leather armor, which can be obtained by killing either cows or horses. Both of these animals drop leather. And the only way you can obtain it is actually from these animals dropping it, and unless you find the material inside of a temple or another random. We have a creeper here. You have to use tactics to kill these guys. Or you can just do that, and that works too. Just gonna collect that and move on. So I talked about how there's often large deposits of coal early on, and how you're going to need to save those resources. In fact, I remember it being one of the primary discussions in the beginning of the video. Another thing that I remember talking about was iron. Here I have my iron pickaxe, which I built in last episode, and I talked about the usefulness of iron materials and tools. So, yeah. Anyways, continuing on with this part of the video. Today, I guess, seeing as I found so many mobs, I will talk about how to combat each mob in its specific fighting style. You've already seen me combat a creeper. Well, I did not combat the creeper very well. In fact, I did terribly at combating the creeper. But that's one way you can combat the creeper. Basically trick itself into blowing up. Sometimes this method works, sometimes it doesn't, and really depends on how fast you jump away from the creeper and when you jump away. If you jump away too early, then he won't blow up and he'll just continue to chase you. But if you jump at the right time, then you'll get away, and he'll blow himself up. Another way is by doing some jump.
There he
is by doing some jump forwards, jump backwards tactics with the sword. And yeah. Another way you could do it is by doing some jump forwards, jump backwards attacks with the swords, such as stone or iron swords. Or basically any sword actually will work. By the way, sorry for that minor cutout. Anyways, so yeah. And skeletons. Skeletons are really easy to combat in several different ways. A few easy ways to combat them are to lead them. Leading them is basically as easy as just taking them to a place where they don't want to go, like a lava trap or something like that, and then knocking them in. they just are so stupid that they step in without even knowing. Because that's the AI of Minecraft for you. But another way is to just stay at you get less, is to kill them at long range. By the way, I don't know why that's popping up. Long range would basically mean equipping a bow and then using it against the skeletons. It's more of the even way, seeing as both of you are going to be using long-ranged weapons. So, yeah. Zombies. Basically, they're kind of easy to fight, but I think everybody can agree with me that they can be tricky at sometimes. And it's primarily because they're melee only. They don't blow up, they don't shoot, they're melee only. So that means even trying to melee fight them is a task. So once again, there are 3 easy ways to combat the zombie. There's the lure, like for the skeleton, toe traps. There's the... Then you have the jump tactic. This is similar to the creeper tactic, only you do it several times over, and it's always kind of like this. You jump in, you jump out, and there are 2 different versions of this tactic. There's the tactic where you run back and forth like this and just hit them. And there's also the jump tactic, like I stated earlier. And, yeah. So, the third way of defeating them is long range, which overall is the easiest. Long range is basically equip a bow and shoot them from a distance that they can't hit you from, which is why it's the easiest. So, yeah. One thing you always are gonna have to look out for is going to be the Enderman. I've talked about them several times, but I've never really actually, seen one. You've never seen one in this series, and I hope that that you'll be able to see one soon, because you will eventually see one in the series, but I'm probably gonna end it around episode 10, so I hope I manage to see one by then. So now that I'm off of the topic of mobs, yeah. Another important thing is to always grab better weapons whenever available. Weapons are the most important part besides the sun in this game. The tools and weapons you have can determine how far you get in this game. For example, you usually are going to you always will start out with wooden tools, and you're going to move on from there. The next best tool is the stone tool, which is the next best thing to the wood. But the overall 2 bests have to be diamond and iron. These 2 materials are extremely valuable in the weapons section. The reason I did not state gold is because gold actually really isn't that good of a material for making weapons. But other than that, the only thing you really are gonna have to worry about with weaponry is, do you have enough materials? One of the things that can slow you down is not having enough materials to make something that you need or want to get in this game. for example, let's say you want to get a diamond sword, but you only have one diamond. Well, that means you're gonna have to go down into the caves again. Well, your iron pickaxe broke, let's say. So you have to go to your stone pickaxe and get some iron, make an iron pickaxe, and then get the diamonds. It's kind of like a series almost. You have to build your materials up in order to get what you need. So, yeah. Weapons can always be difficult, and I've already stated one reason why. Another reason can be that you really don't have the right tool for the job. For example, let's say you just, used all of your stone on making a pickaxe, a stone pickaxe, like this one. And you have that, but you also wanted to start farming on that day. Well, you have to go into the mine with any pickaxe, and you have to get some more stone, 2 stone, just so you can make a hoe, which is the farming material for this game. But yeah, that's basically weapons in this game, and yeah. Thank you for watching this episode of Minecraft Walkthrough Guide by WorldFighter132. I hope you enjoyed, and see ya.